This patient was referred to me for endodontic retreatment of tooth number 3. This root canal, according to the patient, was done by her dentist about 3 years ago. A few days ago, patient claims her face became swollen and she experienced some pain. She went and saw her dentist, and her dentist prescribed her antibiotics and referred her to another endodontist. Patient claims the other endodontist examined her on the tooth and said because this root canal needed to be redone, he didn't do retreatments. Odd, right? I asked the patient, I said, are you sure that he was an endodontist? And the patient said, yes, my dentist referred me to him. And he said, because this root canal needs to be redone, he wouldn't do root canal retreatments. So patient found me, came to see me. I'm just shocked because it's, root canal retreatments is our bread and butter as endodontists. So anyways, take a look here. How many of you would take a cbct? So take a look. That's a PFM crown. Previous root canal, as you can see, short fill, but doesn't matter really. But you can see a periapical lucency here. See this short fill here too. Again, short fills don't matter as long as you don't leave a necrotic tissue and bacteria behind. You instrument to working length, and you can fill short. You can fill short, you can fill long, you can fill flush. But anyways, you can see a periapical lucency there. And there was one there too. I'll show you another angulation. But first, look at this. All right, so she also had a sinus tract, so that's the tooth here. She also had a sinus tract on the buccal, right there, as you can see. So how many of you would immediately go to take a cbct? Not me. We just take a couple of PAs, and let me show you what the problem is here. There you go. Now you can see better. We just opened this tooth up. We took a different angulation PA. Look at that. That's a missed MB2 right there. Right there. So that's the MB1 and that's the MB2 right there. So it's kind of like MB2 is kind of superimposed, a little bit of it, and you can kind of see it like that. Kind of like that. Right? Right there. You can see. Right there. So you don't need a cbct. I already know there's a missed MB2 there. So we talked about options, and patient said, I want to try to save the tooth. So today we went through the PFM crown, removed the buildup, and literally, there was a puddle. There was a puddle of fluids right under the buildup. Like literally a puddle. So much fluid buildup. And of course, it took me like 5 seconds to see the missed MB2. The missed MB2 was right there. So removed all the gutta percha and, of course, re-instrumented, reshaped, irrigated with 6% sodium hypochlorite and activated sonically. And let me show you the post-op. And here it is. So as you can see, actually MB2, as we expected, based on the pre-op x-ray, its own canal, separate canal. All right, and take a look here. Look at that, MB2, and then there is a lateral or bifurcation right off of the MB2, and then that bifurcation bifurcates itself right there. But as you can see, everything went beautifully. We went ahead and temporized the tooth and referred the patient back to her dentist for the permanent restoration. So leaving necrotic tissue behind in the missed MB2 canal, necrotic tissue and bacteria behind, will do this. You can see how large that periapical lucency is right there.